Hey, Randy White here. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas with eXp Realty, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Austin Independent School District's very controversial school closures. So AISD did a really neat thing last week, and they came over to the Austin Board of Realtors headquarters and talked to all of the Austin realtors about what is going on. You know, realtors are a really key part in helping families find their home, research their neighborhood, and discover all the opportunities that come for their families. So I think it was a pretty smart partnership to come on over and tell us what's going on. Controversial, yes. Do I agree or disagree with what the school told me is not the point of my video, so please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just here to deliver the 411 that I heard. It was all really good information, and so I thought that maybe there's some parents out there that are still trying to seek and find exactly what the district is intending to do. So there are three main reasons why AISD needs to make these changes. Number one, they're losing a ton of kids. They are losing all of these children because there are families that are getting fed up with the rising house prices of central Austin, and they're out of here. They're going over to the suburbs. They're hitting up Steiner Ranch. They're going over to Rattan Creek. They're going to Round Rock. They're not staying here. They are also succumbing to the popularity of charter schools. So when you put those two problems together of families not staying in central Austin or opting into the charter schools, AISD has lost a total of 6,000 students in the last 5 years. That is a lot of kids, and they intend to also think that they're going to lose another 7,000 over the next 10 years. A little bit more specific on what exactly that means. So currently they have 80,000 students inside of AISD, but the amount of buildings that they run could house 88,000 students. Particularly, there are 27 elementaries, 6 middle schools, and then 5 high schools that are all operating under 75% capacity. And they would expect that in the next 5 years, an additional 5 elementaries, an additional 3 middle schools, and another high school would again be under 75% occupancy. Now, as a parent, I know what you're thinking. What's the big deal? I don't really want my kid to be in an overcrowded school with overwhelmed teachers. Maybe it'd be kind of nice to not pack them in like sardines. Well, yes, but unfortunately that really affects the budget and what money that the schools can receive whenever they don't have enough students filling up their schools, which actually segues us into our next problem, the next main reason why AISD needs to make these changes, and that is budget shortfalls. All right, so AISD approved their 2018-2019 budget, and it had a deficit of over $28 million. If they don't make the dramatic change that they're talking about, then they expect that for the 2019 and 2020 budget that they will be in a deficit of $65 million. So to pay for all these daily operations, they are running into their reserves, and they do think that they will run out of reserves in 3 years. So you may be hearing the budget issues and thinking, how does AISD need to run into their reserves when I pay a horrendous amount of property taxes? Why is my money not going to my kids at the school that I moved here for? What's going on? Where's my money? That has everything to do with the recapture system, which was established in 1993. And if you haven't heard about it, we should definitely talk. Recapture system was started in 1993. And it says that the money from property taxes goes in a state system called recapture. Under state law, if a school district has a lot of property wealth, that is, property taxes produce way more money than the state says is necessary to educate a child, the district can't keep it all. So the extra money goes back to the state to pay for other school districts that don't have as much money. So how much money exactly did Austin give back in recapture? Because of our declining enrollment, we gave back $670 million to the state. It is more than half of our school fund. And they do estimate that by 2021, we will be giving back about $900 million of our school fund. Our city sort of is unique in that, of course, there are wealthy families that live inside of central Austin, but it's mixed in with also many low-income families that do need these resources from AISD. They do need the additional programs, and AISD is in a really huge budget crisis for not being able to supply the funds that they need for this. Okay, let's move on to our last main reason as to why AISD is considering these school changes, and that is aging infrastructure. So the average age of a school building in AISD is 47 years old. Dang. They did a facility condition assessment of all of their school buildings, and they scored a whopping 55 on a 100-point scale. So they bombed it. So, not only is that not serving to the best of our students' needs to have such old buildings that we're trying to school and house them inside of, but also these are huge money pits for the district. So I think AISD said, okay, I get it. We got a lot of problems floating around. We got declining student enrollment. Our budget is out of whack. Our buildings suck. Maybe it's time that we consider putting these issues together and putting a plan together. Okay, AISD, you have my attention. Those sound like some really big concerns and not a lot of time to fix them. So what are you going to do for all of my Austin families out there? Well, you will find out on my next video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. My name is Randy White, and I'm your local realtor, neighbor, and friend down here in Austin, Texas. If you want to continue to receive important information, local news, or fun events coming up in the city of Austin, feel free to subscribe to my channel, where I will be always posting all of these fun things about our great city. Thank you so much.